Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
The schedule came out this week. You asked me the question before we came out. I'll ask you first, then you can kind of ask me to get my answer because I told you I wouldn't do it off camera. What is the one thing that you look for when the schedule comes out, or what's the one thing that always stands out to you?
It's the home opener for sure. It's 100% the home opener, and I don't know why, but I have to know who we play first. After that, it honestly don't matter, and I'll probably go through, like I was telling you, I'll go through the schedule, and I'll play the schedule game pretty much in my head and be like, all right, take a guess what their record's going to be. It'll probably be completely wrong. Every team I think will beat will lose, and every team will lose I think will lose to will beat. So, yeah, I just like to know who the home opener is against, to be honest. How about you?
Oh, you're going right to me, and we can't even get audio in on this?
All right, we'll go to audio here.
Audio, what you got?
You know, I like to see when we face the opponents in the AFC North. You know, I always like to see who we're going to have first because, you know, it's kind of like that sets, sets the table, sets the whole thing for the season, right? Last year with the Chiefs, that was rough. You know, it's like everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's a rematch. But let's be honest, that was a rough rematch. Did they play great against them? Yeah. Wish they would have won it. But, you know, seeing when we're playing those rivals, like, you know, some of the games we have going on this year, I'm pretty excited about those. But I think that first game, like you said, that first game to me, I think kind of sets the table of, like, you know, here's what the season's going to look like. And
well, yeah, we've lost the first game since, like, Jeff Garcia was our quarterback.
Well, we tied the Steelers in, what was it, 2000? Was that
the opener or just the home opener?
I thought that was the opener.
I'm not sure.
So I don't know, but
I remember us leaving.
Sorry,
so
I'm getting
confused.
all our shares in. Which game are you guys talking about?
So where we tied the Steelers, that was the opener. That was the opener because I think we were both 0-1.
Oh yeah.
0-1.
Yeah, it's like, well, we didn't lose. Yay.
Well, another thing I do look forward to is seeing where the bye week is. You want to see it like in a nice placement, not real early or not too late. They actually benefited this year, like kind of right in the middle. That's important. And for me, like, I've never gone to another stadium in my entire life outside of Cleveland.
Are you going? Because I saw you tweeting about. Are you going to a road game?
I want to go to multiple road games this year. I want to go to the Miami game because it's nice in like November, so that'd be awesome. Just to get
if we can get some more sponsors, maybe we could all go.
You know?
Exactly, that'd be great.
That would be fantastic.
I want to go to the Buffalo game. I think that'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be a good game.
I think that's the one that a lot of Browns fans are going to go to, and you're going to see videos of Browns tailgaters, Buffalo Bills tailgaters kind of coming together for that. I mean, yeah, I know it's going to be cold at that time, but we both go through the same thing. So, like, if we're going to tailgate in our own city when it's cold, you might as well still do it in a city that's the same way.
Yeah, I was totally hoping that game was early in the year. I was like, oh, please just let the Buffalo game be in the early year.
Is that the first game after the bye?
I'm not even sure, to be honest.
I'll bring up the schedule here. I was trying to bring up some comments to see if anybody had anything as I was sharing it. But, I mean, you kind of took the one thing that I look for is the bye week because –
it's important.
And I think even more so now because we've seen now 2 years under this organization, under this coaching staff, with the bye week in the middle of the season versus really late in the season. How did they adjust? Well, it was too far gone. They didn't make enough in-season adjustments to make those.
It's like those injuries never got the chance to heal, and they just kept getting a little worse, a little worse, a little worse, a little worse.
Yeah, I almost compare the bye week in football to a halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it doesn't maybe happen for everybody at their halfway point, like it will for the Browns this year. It might happen earlier, might happen much later. But halftime, you have time, like actual time without anybody else around you to make adjustments. That's what's happening in a halftime locker room. That's what's happening those 2 weeks during that bye week is, yeah, guys get away. They get to reset their mind. They're having meetings with their coaches. What do they need to improve on? How can we adjust what you're doing and what you do best enough? We're not going to be able to do a lot of it, but we can do a little bit to bring out more of what you do best. But you still got to be able to make adjustments in game, in season. As games are going week to week to week, you got to be able to make adjustments, not just planning for the team you're going against, but how can you get better as a team so that what you do, it doesn't matter what another team does against you. It doesn't matter how they may scheme against you defensively or what offense they try to run in what defensive deficiencies they see in you. Everything that you have, the culture, the setup, offense, defense, special teams, it can go out and win a game any Sunday. That's what you're trying to do, and they didn't do that enough. So I'm looking more so in the schedule for the bye week because I've seen them have success with the middle of the year. But I'd also like to see, it's not always going to be the same. I'd like to see consistencies no matter when the bye week is.
How do you like ending the season against Pittsburgh?
I mean, it just feels like that's
It should be that way. Like
Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan, last game is them. It should end against Pittsburgh, I think, every single year. I actually hate opening against our division early.
well. Now, if you look back at it, ending with a game in Pittsburgh, that never really bodes well because people tend to lose their jobs
Yeah. Having a couple
when a
times.
season ends in Pittsburgh.
On
Now
the
we-
bus.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even make it to the bus. They're like, here's a private flight home.
Sometimes a lot of the post-game shows on radio and TV and even ours now for the Big Play Network, and of course we are on the Big Play Network as well. Want to make sure we shout.
Dynamite drop in.
Hey man, I'm just trying to be professional over here while we're out at a tailgate,
I
just
just
having
like
some
to say
fun.
dynamite drop in whenever I can.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes on these post-game shows, you're getting breaking news, and you're not even talking about the game and like the season that ended. You're talking about the next person to be fired, and like, oh well, what position do we got to fill now? Who's going to be the next coach? Who's going to be the next GM?
Well, we don't have to worry about that this offseason. That's
That's what the hope is, and that's what all the setup is.